Hi, this is David Glover. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about fueling for exercise and for racing. So what is fueling? So fueling is basically taking in additional calories before, during, and after exercise. So why do we care about fueling? Well, we care about fueling because one, we need to provide energy to our bodies. Two, we want to resist fatigue, so we don't want to slow down because we run out of energy. Three, we want to feel good when racing. And four, we want to be able to recover faster. So our bodies can basically break down all three of the macronutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So our bodies can basically break down all three macronutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins as fuel sources. Fat is our greatest fuel source in terms of number of calories available, and it is also the most energy dense at 9 kilocalories per gram. However, although the amount of energy is high, the rate that the energy can be provided to the body is relatively slow. So at faster, more intense efforts, fat cannot be used effectively as a fuel. Although protein can be a fuel source for the body and is available at a moderate amount, it is not preferred because proteins are the building blocks of the body. Of the three macronutrients, carbohydrates are the most readily available as a fuel source. They can be provided at a high rate of energy. However, they're the most limited in terms of the amount of energy that they can provide. Therefore, when we're training and racing, especially during longer and more intense efforts, it's important that we take in additional carbohydrates as a fuel source. Because carbohydrates, which are stored in the body as glycogen, are the most limited and the most likely to run out, it's important to start with a full store of carbohydrates in your body. So if you think of it as a fuel tank, you want to start with a full tank of gas or a full tank of carbohydrates, so that as you exercise and work out, you slowly deplete that tank, but you still have something in the tank when you're done. Now, if you start with your tank only half full and you do that same workout, there's a greater chance that you could run low or run out and basically bonk. So that basically means you run low on carbohydrates, you've run out of them as a fuel source, and your body can now only go at a much slower pace, and you're going to feel a little disoriented because your brain no longer has access to those carbohydrates it needs as its sole source of energy. So bottom line, it's necessary to fuel before, during, and after exercise. Before, we want to top off our fuel stores, so we want to start with that maximum full tank. During, we want to maintain those fuel stores as much as possible. So we want to maintain our carbohydrates so we don't reach that dreaded bonk. And after, to replenish the carbohydrates we use during exercise, as well as stimulate protein synthesis or rebuilding. Research also suggests that protein taken with carbohydrate post-workout may further help with both recovery and protein synthesis.